Hi, Ray here. Today my brother-in-law and I attempted a 14er. We didn't make the 14er, but we had one hell of a good hike. Enjoy the video about the hike. At the end of the video I'll come back and tell you about things that we should have done better and things that I thought we did really well. Enjoy! Arrived at the trailhead for Mount Sherman. We're at about 12,000 feet right now. Very pretty. Still some snow up here. You can see the trail going off to the left down there at the end of the road. So we're going to head on up there and see how this goes. Right, heading up this trail, Mount Sherman. We're a little over 12,000 feet here, and I want to tell you, two of us coming from Illinois and Texas at 12,000 feet. What do you think, Clint?
Yeah.
Sucking some wind?
Yeah, we are. I am anyway.
So it is definitely going to be a take it slow and stop and breathe every once in a while. But look at this already. At 12,000 feet, we've got this beautiful little waterfall cascading down. Snow melt is still happening. Very nice. Beautiful day for us today. Thus far the trail has been very rocky. We're about to come in and have to hike through a bit of snow as we go up. Stream running down the path makes it a little slippery. A couple of little brown animals of some kind of way scooting around here, but they've left us now. A lot of snow still, a lot of snow melt off. And some pretty rough walking here. You gotta watch your step. So, this trail out of Mount Sherman is out of a town called Leadville, an old mining town. So, as you're coming up the trail here, you see the old mines and the old equipment. It's really, really interesting stuff. So I have no clue what this is, or what part of mining this would be, but obviously it was a big part of what they were doing here. Those big old wooden wheels that they used, and big old timbers still surviving to this day. I'm sure if we went up there, you can see up above the ridge line there is a whole bunch more stuff. This must have been some old mining shack here. I have no clue what they would have done in there. Pretty cool stuff. There's my buddy Clint over there, my climbing buddy. I have no clue what this old boy's job might have been. There's a big old winch back here. So it looks like maybe he was hauling up something. So I had to sit in this uncomfortable dude and operate it. And it looks like it was permanently up here on these beams, so it wasn't meant to be rolling around. Looking inside the old mine shack here, given this old chair, this must have been the living room. We're thinking this maybe was the sleeping quarters for the miners. You can see how they put all the newspaper up for insulation, keep the cold drafts out. I bet it was a pretty rugged lifestyle up here. Have to watch where you're walking in the snow because there are creeks running underneath it. So you think you got firm footing, you'll wind up stepping right through. I tell you, this is some tough sledding along this trail. It is unmarked trail, a lot of loose stuff. What you really have to be careful of are rocks like this that you think might be stable enough to walk on, but they're not at all. So you're coming up that kind of stuff right there, sliding back 6 inches for every foot you step. And I thought that this was some sort of a guidepost up here, but honestly, it just looks like a piece of the shack that hasn't fallen down yet. We got some things going against us here. It's later in the day. We should have started earlier. We got looks like we got some storm clouds brewing up here. We don't want to be up here during a storm. I'm going to go up just a little bit further. I think we're probably going to bag the 14er for today. Better safe than sorry. There's another day and another 14er. Okay, so we're going to head back down from our 14er attempt. You can see how gray the skies are. Starting to spit a little rain. It's got chilly really quick. We've got our jackets on right now. And the wind is kicking up just a little bit. So as I mentioned, this is a unmarked trail, so that's where we were headed. We thought the trail went up that way. Got about halfway up there where I saw a post that I thought was a guide post, and it turned out to be a part of an old shack that had broken down. And then as we were coming down, Clint noticed the path goes up this way. So you can see it going up, heading way up that way, and then it's going to switch back around to get up on the ridge. But that's not going to be our path today. You can see those clouds. We're going to head down and try to stay dry. Ready, boss?
Yep, I'm ready.
So as I mentioned, we're hiking this unmarked trail here, and when we came up the trail this way, of course we were looking straight ahead, watching the path go up the trail. Neither one of us looked to the left and saw all this scrap lumber from an old shed here. So as we were coming back down, we both independently looked down, saw all this scrap lumber, and thought, oh crap, we didn't see that on the way up. And we were both wondering, how the hell could we have gotten lost? But we weren't lost, we just didn't see it. Pretty area up here. This stream coming down. As you can see, we've had to get our rain jackets on. It's starting to rain, as well as it's a little dang chilly. So we're gonna have to get heading back down here pretty fast. But what a day. It's beautiful up here. coming down off the mountain. It's just so pretty here. I can tell you one thing. I've never used hiking sticks very much, or hiking poles, whatever you call them. But I'll tell you what, after doing this climb here with all the rocks and the loose gravel and so forth, it was very difficult to keep your footing. We had to cross several creeks as we went up and came back down, and trying to maintain your footing. I'll tell you what, these trekking poles were absolutely wonderful in helping reduce the load on your legs, and even more importantly, help keep you stable on some of those rocks that wanted to slide around under your feet. So I have just become a trekking pole fan. Some beautiful scenery that we're walking into, the mountains in the distance there. What an incredible day. Wonderful hike. So I hope you enjoyed our hike. We had a lot of fun. I think if I were to do this again, there'd be a couple of things I'd do. One is, we'd leave a lot earlier. We had a lot of fun the night before this, and so we got up a little bit late, left later than we should have, and the storm started rolling in the afternoon. Second thing is that, go find a 14er that's got a more well-defined trail. Trying to do this with an unmarked trail and being the novices that we are just didn't work out for us. And the other thing is that do more hiking prior to the 14er at high altitude. I think that would drastically improve our ability to get up the mountain. But what did we do right? Well, the main thing that we did right was we did this safely. When we got to the point where we saw the storms rolling in, we knew it was time to head down, and we did so without regret. And the other thing was, we just enjoyed the hell out of the hike. Our goal was to do a 14er, but even more so than that, it was to go out and have fun and see something different. And we had a great time, and we saw a lot of different things. So get out there and hike. Try to do a 14er. If you don't make it, just enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching.